Hello guys, what's up? This is Mortaza. Welcome back to Coder Journey. I hope you're doing well. And in this next episode of our jQuery tutorial, I want to talk about the different ways that you can use to retrieve the content of your HTML elements using jQuery, right? So jQuery comes with different methods, different functions, which you can use to get or set the content of some HTML elements. Here I have a new HTML file, right? Episode 13, I have an H1 with a content. This is the heading, right? I'm gonna add an exclamation mark here. Then we've got the button, right? The button with the click me text. It's got an ID as well. And in the script, I'm gonna work with this button to do something. So basically, first off, I'm gonna select it, right? So in order to select it, I'm gonna use the ID selector. I'm gonna say button 1, and then I'm gonna say that I want to handle the click, and then we can say that we need to have a function, right? And then we're gonna add the function like this. So suppose that first of all, I want to get the content of this H1 and show it in an alert box, right? So basically, what I can do is to first get this H1. So how can I get this H1? Simply I can, get this H1 using this. And then I'm gonna read the text, right? So the text function in jQuery allows us to set or get the text content of the selected element. So with text, we can both set and get the text of our element. So basically, first let's say that this is the updated text, right? So first I'm going to show you how to set the text of your element using the text function. I'm going to save, go to the browser, refresh, click. This is the updated text, right? Not only we can set the text, but also we can, get using the text. We can read the content of this and then, for example, show it in an alert. So basically, I can go and say, okay, show me the alert, and then say the text is, and then I'm gonna copy this line of code, put it here, and then add my semicolon here. So I am reading the text of the H1, and then I am concatenating this text. I am adding it to this simple text that I have here, right? So I'm gonna, press save. I'm gonna press save. I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna come to the browser, refresh, and as you can see, this is object. Let's see what we are doing right. So I'm gonna get rid of this because we are reading. Save, refresh. This text, or the text is, this is the heading, right? So basically with text, we can both read and write the content, right, of our HTML element. Another thing that we can do is to use the HTML, function. So suppose, for example, I have a paragraph, right? And in my paragraph, this is the hyperlink. I'm gonna add a hyperlink here. Let's go to, let's say google.com, and then I'm gonna say go to google.com. So I'm gonna press save, come here, refresh, and as you can see, we have a paragraph with an anchor tag embedded inside it, right? So let's see how we can get the HTML of this paragraph, right? So I can come here and I can say that we want to work with this paragraph. Let's set the ID, and the ID will be, let's say, paragraph 1. We're gonna work with paragraph 1. We're gonna show the text of this paragraph first, right? Press save, come here, refresh, click, and as you can see, we get the text of the paragraph. But if I change this to HTML, press save, come here and refresh, we can get the content of the paragraph, including the inner HTML content, the anchor tag, which was embedded inside of this paragraph, right? So basically this example shows the difference between the HTML function and the text function. There's also another function. I'm gonna put an input here, an input of type text, right? And the ID is gonna be, let's say, txt1, and then I'm gonna say value is something. I'm gonna press save, come here and refresh, and as you can see we have a value inside of our input. In order to read the value inside of our input, we're gonna select it, and then we're gonna use the val function, and we're gonna show it in our alert. Save, come here, refresh, click, and as you can see we can read the value which is inside this. We can also set the value, so we can, for example, select it, right, and set the value to updated, and we're gonna comment this line of code for now. So we can use val to set the value of our input element. Save, refresh, click, updated. So with val you can update the value inside of your form fields, like the input, or you can read the value of your form field. So these were some of the functions of jQuery which are used to read the text, the HTML, and the value of your elements. Thank you so much for being with me in this episode as well. I hope you've enjoyed watching it. If that's the case, give it a like, share it with a friend, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video.